Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. XRP is coming, guys. It's coming. Okay guys, let's get into it. So, I hope you guys are still having fun during this bull run. To me, I always find it surreal when I see the bull run actually coming into full effect, even though I've been in one before. It's just surreal to see like the way the numbers just fly up so drastically. It's absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. And so, I just wanted to have a quick conversation because, you know, one thing that I will say that happens once you actually come into a bull run, and this kind of thing that I'm going to show you in a minute will prove as to why this kind of stuff happens, is you get a lot of new investors in the market, right? You'll get people who there wasn't in crypto during the bear market. They've only just heard about it because of Bitcoin breaking a new all-time high. They've probably heard about XRP doing so well. And now they're like, hey, well, let me see if I can get in and make some money. And so when these guys come in, you've got to understand that they can cloud the market and the sentiment, right? Because these guys are new. And so what happens is you're probably like, for example, if you look on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and you might see, for example, when you're looking down the timeline and stuff, people seeing how XRP is right now, and because he's not, you know, hugely rallying off again anymore, they'll be like, oh, XRP's done and that's it. The time's gone for XRP. Now it's had its rally and it's all over and that kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm not saying that this is not going to be other people who have been in the market for longer, because some people just can't control their emotions. It's just that plain and simple. But it is sometimes newer investors as well who don't understand how the markets work. And so they get easy manipulated by the price swings, right? The volatility is just too much for them. And so, you know, you start to see a lot of things on X that could probably like cloud your judgment, right? Like probably like make you think, oh, you know, is XRP really done? Like I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's over and stuff like that. So this is just a cautionary tale really more than anything, and just to show you some reasons as to why I do still think XRP has much more room to go in this bull run. I don't think the bull run's done just yet. And so there's just some things I want you guys to look out for as well. So look, first and foremost, if you've seen XRP rally like what, 300 to 500%, and then it's gone down, let's say like, you know, 20, 30%. Like if you're going to get scared after it's just rallied like 300 to 500% and then it's dropping like, you know, 30% or whatever, and you're getting scared, then man, like, I don't mean this to sound nasty, but you've got to see if you're really going to make it in crypto, because like, for a lot of us, we've been here during the whole bear market when XRP was going as low as like 30 cents and things like that. And, you know, I was telling a lot of people, look, be calm. You know, this is part of the market. This is how it goes. We are still in a bear market. This is part of how it goes. You've got to wait for the bull market to come. And as I say, even then, there are people who was in the bear market, and I think that they just got fatigued, right? Too much waiting, feeling like a bull run was never going to come, not understanding that it's a process. It takes time. And so they was getting very frustrated. And so, you know, you get a lot of hate in the comments and whatnot. But now here we are, right? This is the time that I was telling people to wait for. And this is exactly what I was warning you about. And so the thing for me is like, this bull run right now is far from over. And one of the things that I will say is that Bitcoin's starting to break into new all-time highs. Like it's starting to break through the $100,000 mark into absolutely new all-time high territory. So, you know, Bitcoin leads the market before you even get into alt season. So Bitcoin's not even done right now. So the fact that Bitcoin is still running and getting into new like levels of price discovery, we're not fully in the alt season rally yet. So if that's the case, then we've not really seen the big blow off top for all the altcoins. So we've still got a bit of time to go with this bull run, in my opinion. And so look, here's some indicators as well that the bull run is still here and in full effect. So we've got here CNBC ranks XRP as the biggest winner in Trump-led crypto rally. Okay, so you know it's really funny because CNBC, I've watched a video of them not long ago where they was talking about Bitcoin, and this was when it had broke into a new all-time high. I can't remember if it was like $100 or $10,000, and it was being really dismissive of Bitcoin, right? They had a guy on who was trying to explain it to them, and they were just being really dismissive, acting like they really knew what they were talking about, saying, you know, this isn't going to go anywhere, and it's going to be able to get hacked and shut down and things like that. They had no clue what they was talking about, right? But as you can see now, you know, Bitcoin can't be denied at this point. You know, crypto is here now at this point. It's not something that you can just try and pass off. And, you know, even here as they're recognizing XRP, you know, it's funny because if we was to look back on CNBC talking about Ripple and XRP over the last, you know, few years, the only time they've really mentioned them is because of the lawsuit. It's never been anything positive, right? And this is what happens. This is when you know you're in a bull run, because you get legacy media talking about it. right? Like that's how you know, because even they're having to acknowledge it at this point, like, oh wow, it's, you know, this is making news, so they don't want to miss out, so they have to talk about it, right? And I think a lot of you guys have probably understood this now at this point, but legacy media, like at this point, legacy media is dead, to be honest with you. Like a lot of these people aren't really trustworthy. They try and supply narratives and things like that. And so I will say this, I don't really think, like, I'm not going to say everything because I don't want to be like that blanket approach, but I will say, especially when it comes to crypto, you do have to be careful with who you follow, because, you know, like they're being positive right now, but hey, watch, as we go back into the bear market, CNBC will probably start being negative again. They'll probably say, oh, you know, XRP drops back down 50%, 100%, you know, is XRP ever going to come back? Is it done? And it's like, that's just the bear market. Like, that's what happens. Like, after a while, you know, the bubble pops and all the altcoins go down. It's not going to just be XRP. The whole market will go down. This is how it goes. So, you know, you've got to understand that a lot of this stuff is narrative driven. And so I will just say this on the other side as well. On the flip side is like, you've also got to be careful with people on YouTube, because they'll do the complete opposite, right? They'll feed you a lot of hype and hopium, and they'll be making out like XRP is going to give you the world, moon and the stars, which is really a big exaggeration because they're trying to get money and engagement. So, you know, you have got to be careful trying to find that middle ground, because both sides will be trying to manipulate your emotions kind of thing for their own benefit. So you do have to be careful with who you watch in either way. But this to me shows you straight away that yes, we are still very much in a bull market. The other thing I just want to show you here is 6-time NBA champion sparks debate on XRP leading Ethereum in 2025. So who is this? This is Scottie Pippen we're talking about here. And, you know, he asked the question basically, who's going to lead in 2025? Is it going to be Ethereum or XRP? Which obviously, you know, Scottie Pippen's a legend, right? So this sparked a lot of debate, a huge amount of back and forth and people having this huge discussion about it. Again, this shows you that we're in a bull run. When you start getting celebrities starting to talk about crypto, we're in a bull run. Like, in all honesty, the truth probably is Scottie Pippen probably doesn't really know about Ethereum or XRP that deep. He's probably just got like financial advisors who are like seeing things in the news, and so they're talking to him about it, and now he's kind of like jumping in the conversation. Now, I'm not going to say that completely like to be dismissive, because it is possible that he has done his research and he's, you know, wisely invested. But I'll say this, like when we was in the last bull run, Kim Kardashian was involved, right? Like Kim Kardashian was actually involved in the last bull run, and Kim Kardashian actually got into trouble because she'd sold some kind of crypto, and Gary Gensler had been saying it was like, I can't remember now, it was misleading, which in all fairness, it wasn't really her fault because she got paid to basically promote a product. She didn't know that it was a fraudulent product. She was just asked to promote it and was paid. So in all fairness to her, like, it's not necessarily her fault. Now, some people can say, hey, why didn't you do your due diligence? But if you're not really crypto savvy, you're probably not going to know what's going to be a scam and what isn't. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to say because, you know, when it comes to like rug pulls and stuff like this, sometimes like the actual developers of a project or whatever, they could come in with the best of intentions, but then it could just lead to a thing of, we've tried our best, we can't make it work, we've just got a rug pull to just manage whatever, salvage whatever we can get back out of this because we've lost so much money or whatever. Like, it can be things like that. That's not to say that that's right. I still think that's wrong, but I'm just saying that it's not always a thing where they just go in looking to scam people. But there are people who, you know, that's their genuine intention from the get-go. They just want to make a bit of money. So, you know, that's what it is. But the point that I'm making here is, like, there are celebrities when you come to bull runs, and this is another, you know, another obvious factor here that we're in a bull run. So, for anyone who's just wondering, because XRP has just been just a little bit stagnant, you know, it's been up and down, but it's not kind of like shooting up the way it has been. Like, don't be phased just because, you know, like, it's having a bit of time to consolidate. Like, you got to understand, it had a huge rally, right? It had a huge rally. So yes, it's going to take some time before it goes through its next leg up. Now, look, I'm going to just be real. Like, I can't make guarantees. So is it possible that something could happen and then the bull run ends? Yeah, there could be like a black swan event that comes in, and then, you know, the whole market just goes into a bear market. So that's a possibility, but at the moment, there's nothing like that that would indicate that that's going to happen, is my point. So as we go about it right now, in all likelihood, that the bull run is going to continue. And so this is just my word of warning for you guys to just know, hey, like, everything's still fine with XRP. Don't get too stressed out, especially if you're like a newcomer into the whole crypto space, and you know, maybe you've just brought XRP now and you're seeing that it's a bit stagnant, and you're like, oh, why isn't it going up? Why isn't it going up? You're getting nervous. Just understand that this goes in stages. It's not going to just be like you get in and it's just continuously going up forever. That's not how it works. And just understand eventually this bubble will pop. and we will go into a bear market. And when it does, we'll lose a significant amount of value. Now, normally we go in cycles, so it'll be another cycle, and then eventually we'll have a bull run again, and that's where it'll, continue to go back up in value again at a high rate. So, that's generally how this all works. So, just understand that this stuff happens in cycles as it stands right now, unless, maybe if we get regulations and stuff like that, then that might change things, but that's what we're dealing with as of now. So, just wanted to say this, guys, because I know there's a lot of worry out there and uncertainty, but everything's still fine, guys. Nothing's looking negative for XRP right now. And if you watch a lot of this, like, XRP is following a lot of the rest of the market. That's what you understand. Like, if you start looking at other cryptos, you'll see that they're generally all following the same pattern. It might not be like literally exact, but you'll see, like, if you look at their market graphs, they'll look pretty similar. They will. So that's what it is. Right now, it's just following the rest of the market. So to me, there's still a lot more room for XRP to go, and I'm still holding right now. I'm still in a position where I'm waiting for that, that big shot, and that's, when I'll be looking at taking some profit. So up to you guys what you want to do, but just thought I'd just put this out here, just to give you guys, a bit of a perspective for what you guys might be thinking about doing. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Take care.